Do you ever feel nervous before social events, like meeting new people or giving a presentation? You're not alone. Social anxiety affects so many of us, and it's a totally normal feeling. In fact, even the most confident people in the world experience some level of social anxiety at times. But don't worry, we're here to help you manage those feelings and conquer your fears. So, what is social anxiety? Well, it's a fear of social situations where you might be judged, evaluated, or scrutinized by others in your personal development school. It's a common issue that can seriously impact our lives, making us feel isolated and unhappy. But here's the good news. There are lots of effective ways to manage social anxiety and improve your mental health awareness. In this video, we're going to cover valuable tips and strategies to help you cope with social anxiety. You'll learn how to shift your mindset, use coping strategies, and practice gradual exposure to social situations. So let's dive in. Mindset shifts. Do you ever find yourself caught in a cycle of negative self-talk before a social situation? Maybe you're telling yourself things like, "I'm not good enough," "I'm going to embarrass myself," or "everyone is going to judge me." These kinds of thoughts are incredibly common for people with social anxiety, but they can actually make things worse. Negative self-talk can fuel social anxiety by reinforcing our fears and creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. If we believe that we are going to fail, we're more likely to freeze up or make mistakes. And when those mistakes inevitably happen, we use them as evidence to support our negative beliefs about ourselves. This can have horrible effects on our mental health awareness. So how can we break out of this cycle? One powerful tool is to shift to more positive self-talk. This might sound cheesy, but hear us out. Instead of focusing on all the things that could go wrong, try to focus on what could go right. Challenge your negative thoughts by asking yourself, "Is this really true?" Or, "What's another way to look at this situation?" Another strategy is to use affirmations, which are positive statements that you repeat to yourself. These statements might be things like, "I am worthy and capable," or "I am confident in my abilities." It might feel awkward at first, but over time, affirmations can help rewire your brain to focus on the positive instead of the negative. Reframing your thoughts is another powerful technique. Instead of thinking, "I have to give a good presentation and I'm going to embarrass myself," try thinking, "I have the opportunity to share my knowledge and connect with others." By changing the way you think about a situation, you can change the way you feel about it. But here's the thing. Mindset shifts are not a one-time fix. They take practice and patience. That's why we encourage you to practice self-compassion and focus on your strengths. Remember, everyone has areas of their life where they struggle, and that's okay. Instead of beating yourself up for your social anxiety, try to be kind and gentle with yourself. And don't forget to focus on the things you're good at, whether that's being a great listener, having a good sense of humor, or being passionate about your hobbies. Coping strategies. When you're in the throes of social anxiety, it can feel like there's no way out. Your heart is racing, your palms are sweating. There are no friends from your personal development school around, and your mind is racing with all the things that could go wrong. But the good news is that there are coping strategies you can use to manage your symptoms and feel more in control. One simple but effective coping strategy is deep breathing. When we're anxious, we tend to take shallow breaths, which can actually make our symptoms worse. But by taking slow, deep breaths, we can calm our bodies and reduce our anxiety. Try inhaling slowly through your nose for a count of 4, holding your breath for a count of 7, and exhaling slowly through your mouth for a count of 8. Repeat this cycle several times, and you should start to feel more relaxed. Another technique is progressive muscle relaxation. This involves tensing and releasing different muscle groups in your body to help release tension and promote relaxation. Start by tensing your toes for a few seconds, then releasing them and noticing the difference in sensation. Move up your body, tensing and releasing your calf muscles, thighs, stomach, chest, arms, and so on. By the time you've gone through all the muscle groups, you should feel more relaxed and grounded. It's important to practice these coping strategies regularly, not just when you're in the midst of a social anxiety episode. Incorporate deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation into your daily routine, such as before bed or during your morning commute. This can help train your body to respond to these techniques and make them more effective over time. Of course, coping strategies are not one size fits all. What works for one person might not work for another. That's why we encourage you to try different techniques and find what works best for you. Some people might find that mindfulness meditation helps them feel more centered and present, while others might prefer to distract themselves with a favorite hobby or activity. Gradual exposure. When it comes to social anxiety, avoidance is a common coping mechanism. However, avoiding social situations can actually make social anxiety worse in the long run. Gradual exposure involves facing your fears in a safe and controlled way, gradually increasing your exposure to anxiety-provoking situations over time. One way to practice gradual exposure is to start small, with low-pressure situations that are still slightly anxiety-provoking. For example, if you feel anxious about making small talk with strangers, you might start by smiling and saying hello to someone you pass on the street. Then you can gradually work your way to longer conversations and more challenging social situations. It's important to remember that progress can take time, and setbacks are normal. Set achievable goals for yourself and celebrate your progress no matter how small. With each small step, you'll be building your confidence and resilience. It's also important to take care of yourself through the process of gradual exposure. Remember to practice self-compassion and don't push yourself too hard too quickly. If you need to take a break or step back, that's okay. Take care of your mental health awareness. The goal is to gradually expose yourself to social situations, not to overwhelm yourself. In addition to gradual exposure, there are other strategies that help you cope with social anxiety. For example, you might find it helpful to plan ahead for social situations, such as by rehearsing what you'll say or bringing a supportive friend from your personal development school along. Focusing on the present moment can also be helpful, rather than getting lost in anxious thoughts about the past or future. We hope that this video has provided you with some useful strategies for managing social anxiety. To recap, we discussed the importance of mindset shifts, coping strategies, and gradual exposure as a way to overcome social anxiety. By implementing these techniques, you can take small but meaningful steps towards managing your social anxiety and improving your quality of life. Remember, social anxiety is a common and relatable experience, and you are not alone in this journey. It's essential to practice self-compassion and focus on your strengths, and to be patient and persistent with your efforts. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel for more content on mental health and well-being. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to share it with others. Also, remember that there are resources available to you if you need additional support, such as hotlines or therapy services. Don't hesitate to seek help if you feel overwhelmed or stuck in managing your social anxiety. We believe that with the right strategies and support, you can overcome social anxiety and lead a more fulfilling life. Thank you for watching, and we wish you all the best on your journey towards managing social anxiety.